It's been a crazy journey. I didn't ever think I'd be a footballer. I've seen so many players come and go. It was high stakes for me. I felt a lot of pressure.
Back it comes to Johnson!
He's a player, Ben Johnson.
I was on probably the verge of release, every time. I think you need those setbacks to help you grow. I'm Ben Johnson. This is my story, my journey, and my time. I grew up close to East London, but just on the outside. Lived in Chigwell. My first Sunday league team were called Develop FC. I used to win Player of the Year, quite a lot. I was a mischievous kid, as my mum wanted me out, and this time she decided to send me to West Ham in the community. And from the moment I just started training there, it just felt like there wasn't any pressure.
It was obvious. I think if you ask anyone in our team or any of the parents that watched, the talent was there from the start. And the thing with him, the sacrifices he's made to get to the point where he is now is ridiculous. You could see it from a mile off. As soon as I see him play, I knew.
I was that generation where the stats were coming out. To be a professional was 0.01 or whatnot. And you never think, I'm going to play in the Premier League. 15 is when I probably needed to buck up my ideas. I was on probably the verge of release, every time. I've seen so many players come and go. It's really tough to bounce back. I always know I was a good player, but for some reason you get some coaches who may not see that. It's just a matter of opinion. The academy manager at the time, Terry Wesley, he believed in me. I remember sitting in the meeting with my mum. My mum and I was just think the worst. We didn't know what was going to happen, whether he was going to take me or whether he was going to release me. I thank God that he just said to me, you're going to be someone who surprises a lot of people. I think I was in tears with my mum on the way back because we didn't really expect it. Football can be wonderful, but there's other sides of it which are extremely difficult.
Ben Johnson, Premier League football player.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Oh, I feel great, honestly. It's just surreal now. I don't think it's sunk in yet, but it will eventually.
Obviously seeing him play at the Etihad, a debut with the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, Mahrez, all these players.
You ain't got a name drop,
And I look down there, 60,000, just looking down there and thinking that's my friend, I've played with him. It's still surreal. The best moment, definitely, Brighton. Has to be. Remember, my dad shouted, that's Ben. And then as he shouted it, he hit it, top corner. I jumped in my dad's arms. Honestly, me and my dad nearly had tears. It was so surreal. It was crazy, man.
To actually score, it was amazing. It was really amazing. Just celebrating with the lads was a real special moment for me. I think that was more special than the goal because they've known what I've been through. My phone went off after the game, just getting home and just with my mum and dad. I don't think they could believe it.
That man there is being introduced by David Moyes, number 31, Ben Johnson. Here he goes again.
It's a start to the game he's made, Johnson. He's a player, by the way. He's a player.
I always think of my mum and dad, the hours they've put in. It's just surreal for them, obviously, watching me on TV. Obviously, being a young player, and times you have to be patient and wait for your opportunity. And I was privileged enough to have my mum and dad take me everywhere, take me to football, always be there on time. It was high stakes for me. I felt a lot of pressure. It is a difficult journey, but one I can look back on and just thank my mum and dad for. The biggest stage is where you want to show what you can really do, and seizing the opportunity is so important.